Hello one and all, this is WellArmedWithTacos. Welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40,000 Fire Warrior. When we last left off, we were still going to the base of the Pit of Chaos. And we had killed a Chaos Spawn that was previously the Admiral. Whom I guess wasn't such a bad guy. To be honest, I kind of thought the Admiral and the dude who turned Chaos were the same dude. Don't like the shape of this. Grenades. A plasma gun. I'd rather have that than an empty rocket launcher. More plasma. Bolt gun? Oh no, melta. The way out, I'm going to circle around to check for more equipment. Grenades. That's the way I came in. Well, that's a drop. And that's a black screen of death. We have now gotten to the base of the pit. Find Kovash is our mission. Accuracy was 43%. Our additional task was failed. Apparently, getting the additional tasks and doing secret objectives, getting good ranks, gets you cheats in this game, apparently. Plant the bombs, Tau. There's little time left. Error. No mission data available. Visor failed to contact or retrieve mission data. You are on your own, Fire Warrior. Let's do this. Checkpoint. Arena fight.
The explosive must be set. Do it now. I shall cover you.
I'll carry this. How am I getting over there, Chief? Ooh, burst cannon. Not through here. Pardon me, I'm going to sneeze. My apologies. I guess I'm jumping down. More rockets. Just lots of ammo lying around. This is an Ultra of Zinch. Doing a great job covering me, Chief. As a warp talon rips me in the butt. Gonna go ahead and reload. I didn't mean to grab that health. This one is a Nurgle. Ow, this one sucks. Ow. We'll take the health and plant the bomb. And let me guess, the next one's going to escalate. Oh, this one. What was that other one? Was the other one Slanesh? Did I get that one wrong? That was Slanesh. My mistake. Excuse me for not knowing my heresy. I really should know these symbols. I'm a Granite player. I'm looking for a sorcerer if there is one, because auto-aiming attacks are not fun. Nothing else, just 2 warp talons. Interesting. Yep. I didn't quite plant the bomb. Oh no, I did plant the bomb. One left. Corn. I don't want to grab one of these red healths, but I will grab the green one. Alright, what's going to be the shenanigans in here? I hear something automatic. I'm leaving. I can't leave. Give me that health. Leave me alone, you bully. Oh, he has a rocket launcher. I have to redo all of that, don't I? Yep, I do. Oh, boy. Okay.
The explosive must be set. Do it now. I shall cover you.
So remember the 2 rules about checkpoints that I talked about earlier? Those 2 rules are still in full effect. When designing your area, you must either not make it too difficult or too long. I know none of these fights were particularly challenging, but we did spend 6 minutes doing them. There's a rocket launcher over there. Plasma gun. We just have to be prepared for that big guy. Okay, this one has the sorcerer somewhere. And I missed. Okay, he's down. Take that. Let's go plant the miracle one. Two warp talons and a third one that ambushes us at the end. Just can't hit these guys. I'm going to die to a pair of warp talons. I can't leave until I plant the bomb. I'm glad there's a little shard of health in here, because I'm going to take a free hit from the one that ambushes me. At least a free hit. Ugh, I shot over his head. And this time I didn't actually get it planted. Oh no, I did. I did get it planted again. I keep falling for that. Okay, red health. And now we need it. And as much as I'd like to equip the rocket launcher immediately, if we don't kill that warp talon first, it will be a problem. Wait, did the red health not fully heal me? Apparently not. Well, we want as much health as possible for this fight. Okay. Let's get some health and keep moving, because he will fire rockets at us. The rockets just do free damage. I missed, and that miss is going to cost me my life. Oh, if only just. If it ambushes me with a warp talon, I'm through.
Good. Everything is ready.
I need health.
So you made it this far. Don't bother shooting.
I'm not.
You're quite safe here in the Convergence. Ardius will be detained a short while, so you and I can talk.
I'm running to the health.
You saw what happened to Admiral Constantine, didn't you? That was the mark of chaos. Human flesh is so susceptible to the change. Sadly, the Tau are resistant to chaos.
That's because we have no
psychic
warp
power.
presence.
I thought I could use you, but I can't. I don't need your kind anymore. I want Ardius, the great Ultramarines veteran. When he arrived, I knew he was the offering to chaos I needed.
Well, then take him. I don't care.
This flesh is useless to me.
Oh no! You killed him!
Do you want to kill me? You do? Then do your worst.
I mean, yes and no. What kind of gun is that?
You're a disgrace to your caste.
Okay, now I want to kill you.
Why do you run? I offer you absolution
I'm not-
and peace. Come.
Really running?
You are alone. No
Whoop.
one will
Oh, he
come
did
to
hit
your
me.
aid.
Okay,
Come, Tau.
he's actually fairly
Prolong
accurate.
The inevitable.
Go on. Phase 2.
Thank you, Fire Warrior. That's all I wanted you to do.
Brar, I'm like a demon prince or something. Not like I haven't killed, like, what, 3 of those already? Oh! Little change! That's a bit more interesting. Those attacks better not just home. It looks like this is just a home. Yep, there seems to be some homing going on here. I literally cannot circle strafe harder than this. Yep, dead. You better have checkpointed me at the port of
Do
change.
you want to kill me? You do?
That's
Do your
actually close
worst.
enough. That'll suffice. Ooh, and did it refresh the rockets as a result of that? Or I just missed a rocket. Let's not lose all of our health to him in this
You're a
stage.
disgrace to your caste. Why do you run? I offer you absolution and peace.
Ooh.
Come,
Ooh.
coward.
He's anticipating my
You
jukes.
are alone. No one will come to your aid.
Yes, come near the wall where you're
Come,
weakest.
Tau. You prolong the inevitable.
Okay, no damage sustained.
Thank you, Fire Warrior.
Oh, it's empty.
That's all I wanted
Fantastic.
you to do.
I could go burst cannon and just like blitz him down, but I'm guessing the iron rifle is the key to this fight. Okay, let's start circle strafing. I'm thankful it checkpointed me at the stage 1 there. Again, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of all the time. Oh, I'm stuck on the wall. It's a matter of all the time I'd have to repeat doing the things again. And I'm going to be perfectly blunt with you guys. I'll make this clear as crystal for you all. If it had done that, started me back there, I was going to pause the recording and go look up cheats. Because I'm not doing that again. I don't think I can actually even achieve this fight. Maybe not. The problem is when the boss has a state of you just take damage, like there's nothing you can do to prevent it, it's not a fun, interesting, or challenging fight because the boss just hits you and you just take damage. Like that. So, I guess we're going to give it another chance here and go for a blitz.
Do your worst.
Is it empty? This is the one I dropped. That's what's going on.
You're a disgrace to your... Why do you run?
So I guess what we're gonna do...
Absolution and peace.
I guess we're gonna try to switch to the burst cannons and then just go full auto and hope we can actually do more damage per second to him than he does to us, because we cannot dodge his attacks.
Prolong the inevitable.
We can dodge his plasma attacks. Those we can dodge.
Thank you. Fire
Oh, this takes up our
warrior.
secondary slot. Interesting.
That's all I wanted you to do.
We're maxed out on ammo. Let's go ahead and get this revved up. We need to be able to do this quickly. Oh, just let him have it. I didn't mean to fall there. Probably alright. I don't see any cover in the arena. Unless I could duck into those little rooms, and I'm guessing I can't. Oh. Well, blitzing was the answer, I guess. I mean, what other choice did I have if I can't circle strafe him? I gotta do something. This is process of elimination right there. I mean,
Case, your duty.
how did you
is
get that
fulfilled.
here?
Welcome home.
And where's the tech priest dude?
You
Or
surprise
the, oh, there he
me,
is.
Tal. I shall take it from here.
Are you a traitor too?
So ends all that is tainted with chaos.
Including us, huh? You're gonna try to kill us, aren't you?
This is the gunship Sword of Wayland. Captain Ardius, come in. This is the gunship Sword of Wayland. Captain Ardius.
You're ordering him exterminatus, aren't you?
Charge set, ready for evacuation. Come and get us.
Copy that. We are on descent now.
Everything here is tainted by chaos. To stay is to risk corruption.
Well, I can't move. I'm literally pinned here.
Go, Tal.
Brother, I am
will
pinned here.
finish this job. We shall rain atomic fire on this place. It is the only thing that will cleanse the taint of chaos.
You're literally talking exterminatus, aren't you?
Go now.
I can't! I'm pinned! Brother, I am pinned here! Ah! My arms! Well done, Fire Warrior. Your duty is complete. 59% accuracy. Our additional task, whatever it was failed. We are a grade C Chasselas once again. Hey! Hey! For a grade C, I got a lot accomplished.
Farewell, Fire Warrior. RDS to orbit. Prepare a teleport beam. Get me out of this pit.
And that was Warhammer 40,000 Fire Warrior. We're going to sit through the credits, as I usually try to do in these videos, because if I'm going to show you the whole game, I might as well show you the people that made the game, because the game wouldn't be here without these people, obviously. That's how that works. So, enjoy the credits, and let's talk a little bit about Warhammer 40,000 Fire Warrior. As stated at the beginning, this was my first time playing it, so I didn't really know what to expect going in, other than the fact that I was told it was very, very generic, and its story involved a lot of things that a Fire Warrior would not, should not, and could not do. And it turns out both of those things were very true, at least in my opinion. I didn't find this game to be bad, but I did find it to be very, very generic. It is a penultimate version of a generic 2000s shooter. Like all the things you would expect for a 2000 shooter, like the regenerating health bar, the limited to just 2 weapons, the throwable grenades as its own key, all that kind of stuff. All here. And then the combat was very generic. The weapons were mostly generic. It was all just very, very generic, but not usually bad. There were some bad things to this game. There were some good things to this game. It wasn't all just middle of the road. But for the most part, the experience was middle of the road. As for the story, yeah, I completely agree. This is entirely bonkers and ridiculous for what a Fire Warrior could do, or would do, or should do. And I know it's a video game, so certain liberties have to be taken. I'm not upset or offended by it. But I will say, and there's all the people from the Fire Warrior team. I will say, it's not impossible to make a 40k game that is exciting and keeps within the plot. What? You gonna hit me with a stinger or something? No. No, you're not. But Space Marine, Warhammer 40k Space Marine did a very good job of it, although it also screwed up in some areas. But it's living proof that you can do a mostly lore accurate representation and still have a fun playable video game. Fire Warrior came a long time before it. I know Space Marine was 2010. I think this one was 2002, maybe 2001. So you're talking like an 8 or 9 year gap between them. Obviously, that you can't compare them in certain regards, but it isn't impossible. And the story just does take a lot of liberties. The level design was basic. It's very, very much hallways and small arenas, but the design of the levels was great. I felt immersed in the 40k universe in terms of the level design and scenery. The guardsmen trenches, the Imperial class ships, the Tau design ships, the Chaos battle line trenches and their controlled areas and all that. It felt very thematic and immersive for the 40k setting, so all that worked. It doesn't do a terrible job of getting somebody into the 40k setting who otherwise wouldn't be familiar with it. Although it doesn't do a good job explaining the forces of chaos very much. It does a decent job explaining the Imperium if you look through all those little bits at the beginning of the tutorial with like the big room of plot dump. As for chaos, it doesn't talk very much about chaos. If you're not super familiar with the universe, you might not understand the difference between the Space Marines you were fighting before and the ones who are red and have pointed armor. You might just think they're a different version of them, and they are, but it is a little bit more complicated than that. Let's talk about the weapons. The weapons were not good, and that's bad for a first-person shooter, because the weapons are a huge chunk of the game. Not all of them were terrible. Some of them were okay, but slightly better than okay, but most of them were just okay. The ion rifle was fine, but you don't get it till towards the very end of the game. But it does jib things, and it does kill enemies in a satisfactory number of hits to make it worth using. So that's important. The meltagun is just complete garbage. despite the fact that according to the walkthroughs it's apparently good, but maybe, and this is a thing, I'll try to explain this. I'm going to do a poor job explaining this. So the melter gun operates sort of like a flamethrower, right? It projects a particle effect in front of it. Sometimes in older video games, the damage or control of the flame or whatever is tied to the frame rate and modern hardware and all that kind of stuff. So sometimes when you're playing an older game on modern hardware, it was never meant to be run on, that actually really, really bothers it. A great example of this, a YouTuber I cannot recommend enough. His name is Civvie11, Civvie 11 is in the number. Go watch his video on RoboCop, the video game. And in that, he explains that same thing and shows some footage of it. It could be that with the melter gun, because the walkthrough I saw very well could have been like for the Xbox or something, the Xbox version, or a version where they were playing on older hardware. It very well could be a better gun under those circumstances. I'm speculating. But other than that, I had a lot of issues with it. The bolt gun, I had a lot of issues with it, even though I got shackled with it when you first start fighting Chaos, because it's the only reliable gun you get that can hurt him. It's just too inaccurate for its slow rate of fire. And it's not accurate at all in terms of the representation of what a bolt gun can actually do. Even Space Marine got this wrong. The games tend to forget that the bolt gun is not a single fire or burst fire or even semi-automatic rifle. The bolt gun is a fully automatic weapon. There is no fire, wait, fire, wait, with a bolt gun. It is a fully automatic assault rifle. It goes full auto. I've said that like 8 times now, but my point is that it's not a very good representation of what a bolt gun is, and the fact that every once in a while a guardsman survives it is also not an accurate representation of a bolt gun either. Because if you get hit by a bolt gun anywhere near in terms of the lore and all you're wearing is flak armor, you're not going to survive that. A Fire Warrior actually could, because Fire Warriors have a 4-up armor save. And at the time, for reference, bolt guns were AP 5, meaning if you only had a 5-up save or worse, which is what Guardsmen had, you would just die immediately. Fire Warriors could actually save against it. Their armor can withstand bolt gun hits. Not very many bolt gun hits, but they can actually potentially survive a shot. The grenades were fine. Very generic. They didn't seem to go very far. It's almost like you were throwing them more like mines than grenades sometimes. The plasma gun was good. The plasma pistol was good. They were good, solid weapons that assisted me through most of the game. The burst cannon. Awesome design. I love miniguns. Didn't feel that satisfying to use. They only give it to you by the time you're actually fighting Chaos Space Marines. And it's not that good against them. I would have liked to have it sooner shooting down Guardsmen. What else was there? Pulse Rifle was not satisfying to use. It felt like it didn't do enough damage. Same thing with the Pulse Carbine. Is that it? This game is not very memorable. I doubt I'll be remembering much about its finer details even a year from now, because it's very, very generic. That said, if this Let's Play was at all interesting to you, I do recommend actually trying to play this. You can pick it up from GOG. That's where I got my copy from, because the immersion is nice. And the gameplay isn't too broken. The guns aren't too unsatisfying to use. The shotgun, although it's kind of rubbish, does have a nice click to it. I didn't talk about the worst part about this game yet. The checkpoints. Checkpoints have never been good game design. They're an ancient relic of a time in which we needed to use checkpoints in order to have any kind of save function at all, because we couldn't have proper save functions yet. I would kind of give this game a little bit of slack. In terms of the console release, I do give it slack. It was, again, 2001, 2002. On the console, it was hard to get anywhere, anytime saving at that stage. This is the PC release. Doom had save anywhere, save anytime long before this. Castle Wolfenstein had save anywhere, save anytime before that. It goes even further back than that. It's been around for a long time. It always has been a requirement in my book, because if you don't have it, you have the situation where you need to design your checkpoints in a way where they're not after, or there cannot be two tedious fights, or even a tedious fight and a regular fight in a row after any tedious fight. You need a checkpoint, and if the player crosses any too big of a gap, no matter how dangerous that gap was, you need to give them a checkpoint, because nobody should have to repeat that kind of content. Nobody does. If you have a save anywhere, save anytime system, most of us are quick saving all the time. Even if you're not like me and you don't open up the menu and make manual saves. I do, just because I'm paranoid about quick saving. I'm a little better about it for these Let's Plays, but before I would always open it up and make an actual save. But most of us are still quick saving all over the place, all the time, because we don't want to have to repeat 6 to 10 minutes of content, or even worse. It's tedious, it's annoying, and it's not what we play video games for. And I'm glad that checkpoints are mostly dead these days, but you still see it around. But it is by far this game's worst feature. It really is. And the occasional game-breaking bug, like the Dreadnought falling through the floor there. I don't really have anything else to say. My throat is getting dry, so I need to stop talking. As always, check the video description for a more in-depth discussion, although, to be honest, for this one, it's probably not going to be as in-depth, because I kind of said, like, I went over all the weapons and stuff here, so I don't really have anything else I need to say. Although, if I come up with some stuff, I'll post it there. As for what comes after this, I don't know. I haven't set aside another Let's Play yet. I probably should have, but I have a week to find one, so I'll be okay. I will try to provide videos for the rest of the week cycle. Maybe TF2, maybe something else. I don't know. No promises. As before, I am quite busy. This is my quota. My quota is done. So if I can find time to record something else, I will. And if I don't, I don't. But I do want to try to find that time for you guys. This is not a chore for me. It is leisure. I just don't have enough time for leisure these days as much as I'd like. So, without further ado, thank you all for watching. This is WellArmedWithTacos signing off. We can go actually... You know what? No, let's go check out the thing here. These are... Oh, I guess these are all of our cutscenes we didn't unlock. We don't have the image bank. Left-handed weapon. What, you can dual wield or something? We have the Emperor's Shield, Seal, Munitions, and Wrath. Cool. Well, I don't know what any of that means, but thank you all for watching. I'll see you all later, and see you next Let's Play.